I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. This week, we've got teams who went in opposite directions last week. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a man in his 9th year already out of Boston College. It's Matt Ryan.
And there's no way that Matt Ryan is ultimately happy about what happened in 2015. His lowest touchdown total since his rookie season. He's rededicated and looking for a bounce-back season.
On first down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A gain of 39 that time.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're led by a man in his 13th year now as an NFL quarterback, 5-time Pro Bowler, Phillip Rivers.
I don't think there's any doubt that when you talk about elite quarterbacks in the league, Phillip Rivers has to be in the conversation. A guy who loves to play the game, plays with great passion, but really knows how to get the ball out wide to his receivers and just absolutely refuses to lose.
A first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Adrian Claymore in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Third and long for Rivers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Adrian Claymore in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Hester. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And this is caught at the 20. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure what we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
And it's up and good. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return, Hester. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Falcons. Devin Hester, 82 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. Hope they didn't get too comfortable on the sideline. They had the 3 and out, the punt return for a touchdown. Boom, right back out there.
They're okay with that, though, because of what it led to. And let's face it, they keep a statistic, 4 3-and-outs. Most teams want to lead the league in those as well as in takeaways.
They'll be looking for another 3-and-out this time. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Third down, still 14 yards left. Rivers off the play fake to Woodhead. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Oh, another spin.
Hard to line him up when he does that.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
2nd down following the run. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I know it's a word that we tend to overuse, but Devontae Freeman can be awfully explosive with the ball in his hands.
He showed at the beginning of last year, had 10 touchdowns the first couple months. The Falcons themselves were red hot. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's where they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They run again with Woodhead. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, we're into into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Fielded just inside the 30. He won't go down. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be... And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing, Rivers. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Rivers. And that's complete to Gates. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A beautiful fake. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
He's going to go up top again, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. To throw is Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we're at, okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Shift together here from the D-line. Rivers now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The second-year man, Vic Beasley. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Woodhead. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. And the Charger defense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Hill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, Ryan's trying to fit this one into his favorite target. It was once Tony Gonzalez. Then, of course, Roddy White. No question who it is nowadays, Mr. Julio Jones. But this one doesn't get there.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Stevie Johnson, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. Gates with a grab. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide.
Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He'll look to set up his blockers. A little 360. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, Freeman. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
And now it's second and goal. Coleman. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to run with Freeman. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal.
Now this feels like old school football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice move. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Rivers again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a nifty little deke juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Hester. Oh, shifty. Whoa. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Well, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, you identified early that this game looked like it was going to be lopsided in favor of the winning team.
And then late in this one, you and I, we were digging at stuff, weren't we, to talk about, partner?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think we brought up statistics from somewhere around circa 1927-28, hoping we could keep people going in this one.
Deep in the annals for this blowout win. So for Atlanta, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Diego, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me? Bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like, oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.